Chatty House. We ballin', boy. We going up at the Chatty House. We talk about it all, bring the family out. Sub to the channel, hit the lights down. And we only going up when the lights down. Yeah, we just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty House party. We just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty House party.
What up? What up? You know what it is. You know what it is. It's a busy week. Right now, I think most of us were trying to watch a little bit of the Lynx and Valkyrie's game. Valkyrie's up at halftime, 41-28. So they're giving it to the Minnesota right now. Just cool. Man, I hope they pull this out. It'd be cool, even if they just win a series. That'd be pretty dope for a brand new team coming in. So again, like we said before, like it just tells you about the talent level. There's so much extra talent that gets kind of put to the wayside because the league is still growing. But and that's unfortunate because there's going to be some players that down the line we're going to say, oh, they should have been able to play in the WNBA, just wrong period of time, But
yeah,
can't really do nothing about it. So I thought this week we'd start off with the little NFL. There's a little bit of Kings news, but we can get to that at some point, and we'll get to a couple other things, and I'm sure we'll get to a little boxing so Michigan shut the hell up. So, what happened? David, I know it's not a good start, but we'll start with a little bit of Vegas, So what'd you think about, obviously it was a rough day for Gino. Hopefully that's not a thing to come, right? Like it's just an aberration and bad night. Kind of forced a couple throws that look like. But the defense was there for sure. They kept him in the game. Gave him plenty of chances to get back into it. So what were your thoughts overall?
Well, starting from, going back to the first week, they played a pretty good game against the Patriots. It wasn't perfect, but they did what they had to do to win and got a, road victory. But I think in the game against the Chargers, it was pretty much what I think we all thought it was going to be. Their offensive line just isn't good enough. You play against good teams, you can't protect Geno. You don't keep him upright, or you try to, you pressure him, and it was all bad. He had nothing for the Chargers. The defense, I was actually surprised by the secondary. I thought they played pretty well. Because really the pass rush wasn't getting to her, to the Chargers, to Herbert. It was the guy had all day back there, and the secondary held up. They had some pretty good run stops, but again, if they can't protect Geno, that's just the way it's going to go. They might beat some bad teams, but again, anybody with a pass rush right now is going to give them trouble. So, they're about where I think most of the people thought they were, or they should be. Capable of pulling out a good win here and there, but until they fix that problem, I think they're still a 7 to 8 win team, which is kind of what everybody predicted. But I liked what I saw from Geno in the first game. It's kind of it's kind of bad when all we're hoping for is like competency. As long as you don't look terrible, we're like, yes, we got a quarterback, but. I'm not mad at it. They're okay. I couldn't imagine rooting for a team that doesn't have no win right now.
Yeah, me either, man. Me either.
Well, I did show up to High River as a Raiders supporter.
So I heard.
People hella confused.
Like,
so I gave myself
a Chiefs fan and we're Raiders. That's a Cardinal sin, girl.
I'm just like that. I gave myself the nickname Two Team Tasha.
Might as well be this Tasha Caraway. Just wear anything, any team. Jesus.
At least it's only 2 teams.
That's it. Just 2.
Just 2.
I agree, David. I think for the Raiders, I do think there's going to be a bunch of games this where the defense is going to have to be front and center and probably eke out a couple games for them if possible. I think with Geno, you're going to see what you've seen for a couple of years now, where he can look magnificent on some games and average on other games. It's not really he's never usually this bad like he was his past game. It's just usually either middle of the pack or he just has some really good dimes and does his thing and gets some, gets his.
People are kind of overreacting too with Genty, because I've already heard some, it's the idiots on there, but they're already, comparing him to Trent Richardson. I was like, bro, I mean, Barry Sanders couldn't run behind this line right now. I mean, he's getting hit as soon as he touches the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are. I mean, he had a couple of good runs, but, and unless them guys could block for him, he's not. I mean, there's only so much the guy can do.
And beyond that, like, he's not Sanders, right? Like, he's not going to be that guy that makes 4 or 5 guys miss as far as like the juke move type stuff. Like, he's more like he can run over some guys. You saw the spin move. He's got stuff like that. But as far as like downhill wise, like, he never really, to me, he's not going to be that dude, right? And when you have a line like that, like you said, that we're like, they're basically right there as soon as he touches the ball. Like, you're asking a lot out of a guy, and he's still adjusting to NFL speeds. Like,
yep.
I don't really worry. I don't concern myself with the whole big mountain thing and all that. Like, if you're good, you're good. You know what I'm saying? That's it, period. Like, and I think we've seen enough of the little things here and there where, like, the skills are there, the footwork is there. But again, like you said, like, if you put a horrible line, like, it takes miracles if you're expecting 100-yard games, 200-yard games, or whatever it is that people think that he's going to do. And again, people, it's 2 games. So, yes, my team is 0-2.
Hold on. No bandwagon. There's no bandwagon. No.
What happened?
For the Raiders. I grew up a Raiders fan. I grew up around Raiders fan. There is a picture of me somewhere. I'm going to find it in my Raiders starter jacket. So,
see.
How do you move on to the Chiefs then? Again, you're talking about 2 teams that hate each other. Like, they do not like each other.
It's a good question.
I don't know. Just watching a lot of football. I love Patrick Mahomes. Like a good quarterback. But
Pablo Torre, if you're watching, I need you to dive into this and figure out the Tasha, Aspire issues here and see if you can break this down for us, because I'm trying to understand. That's like me being a Packers fan. Like, nowhere in any world, in any shape, form, or fashion, will you ever see me with any Packers. I barely like cheese because of them, but I do love cheese. It's hard sometimes.
Hamburgers.
It's hard to eat cheese sometimes. So
no, not bandwagon, and definitely not that, Kyle. No, definitely not that.
Well, how are you feeling about the Chiefs this year? Like, where do you? Like, I think this is that year that it's going to be like missed playoffs.
This is the test.
Yeah.
This really is the test, because last season was rough, and they pulled it out in games you didn't think they would win. And here they are not winning these games that they would have last season. So I don't know. I mean, I'm never going to be out on Pat Mahomes, but
do you think Kelsey's done?
Like I said, he just needs to take the last name Swift and live his life. I don't know. I don't think he's done. Ham was talking about like his stats. Like, he's definitely not washed. He's still in it, but he's definitely at the end of his career. So it didn't help that he took out Worthy in week 1. That really didn't help. But yeah, they're definitely missing some stuff. But we'll see.
I think too, he's putting in a lot of mileage.
Yeah.
And it's, man, when you get to that point too, like, there's such a separation is so hard in the NFL as a wide receiver, tight end, whatever. And like, when you just miss that half a step, it makes a big difference in getting separation from those defenders. And it's minute too, right? It's almost like swimming. Like, the difference between first place and second place in swimming is literally 0.9 of a second most of the time. Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's the same thing when you're talking about separation of receiver and cornerback and safeties. It's like you lose just an inch, like a little bit of speed, and it can make the difference on, recovery from defenders, even if you juke them, even if you get away for half a second. Like, it's hard, man. It's hard. And like I said, man, it might be time soon. I think they should be in a market for a tight end really soon, because I think you need to take some of that off of him. So I think I really do think once he gets married and once, like, maybe there's a kid in the way at some point, that that's probably it for him. So
I still hate it. I still hate it so much.
Hey, he'll be Mr. Swift, man. He'll be laughing all the way to the bank.
well,
Yep.
somebody has to be swift between the two because it ain't him anymore. So I mean,
like Katrina says, though, I mean, I'm not counting down Pat Mahomes. I mean, I'm not counting that dude out. He's just I think he will be able to win some of those games you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they'll always be in a game because of him.
Who you guys play this week? Do you know? See you here now. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what though. They cannot go 0-3. Like you go 0-3, that's a lot. No. That's a tall task to ask to climb out of that.
They go 0-2 and everyone's talking like it's over.
Yeah. Oh. Well, because like you said, like usually these are the games, some of the, games that they'll find a way to pull out and they haven't been able to up to this point. So again, better than mine.
They play New York.
They should be okay there, hopefully. If you lose to the Giants, it's a wrap. It's a wrap, man.
Then the next week against the Ravens.
Yeah, that's hard.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah. But, so if they can win back to back, right, against a team like the Giants, which they're scrappy, but you should be able to beat them if you're that team. And then if you can beat the Ravens, you're definitely back in the driver's seat again. Like, okay, feel good about yourself. You're got a little momentum. We'll see what happens after that. My team is going nowhere. So
I was gonna say. So tell us a little bit about the Bears then. Like, what have you seen the first 2 weeks?
Well, I will tell you very little about the Bears because there's very little to talk about. I think this is more product. So I've listened a lot this week to not during ESPN 1320 time, but I do listen to the aftermath of like some of the local radio stations there, Marshall and them. And it all goes back to the general manager, to be honest. Like, I don't think you can't expect Ben Johnson just to take garbage and turn it into flowers. Like, it's going to take – I think everybody thought, he's just going to like, it takes more than 2 games to bring in a whole new system, a whole new – right? Like, that takes time. Regardless of what your the players you have in front of them, great, good, whatever, still takes time. So I do put a lot of this on Ryan Poles because a lot of these players – like, he brought in he drafted a tight end from Michigan, of course. Dude got like 3 touches last week. Barely has played in 2 weeks. What's up with that? So a lot of these players he's drafted. So I think he's had like 3 first-round picks, maybe like 6 or 7 second-round picks. Most of those guys have been DMPs or haven't done anything. And you can't have like 6 or 10 guys from the first 2 rounds and none of them are making an impact. Except for maybe one. Like that's unforgivable. So 1, he's got to go at some point. But 2, it's also Caleb too. Like, although I'm not on the bandwagon, like I've seen a lot of people like, he's no good. He's this. It's his second year. Like he's learning a new system. He's got to learn to adjust to play calling. Like, but the one thing that does scare me about him is his accuracy. Because when he's accurate, he throws a dime like no other, and the athleticism he has and all that. But there's a lot of his like just being way off on receivers too. And he's so honed in. What I've noticed too is he's so honed in on Rome, which was his receiver in college, that sometimes that's the only person he's throwing to. And it's like, bro, it's not college anymore. Like, you got to find ways to get other guys involved too. Whether that's successful or not, you still got to target them. If you don't at least target them, you're going to find people nobody's going to run routes hard. Nobody's going to sit there and take hits up the middle for you, to get a catch if you're constantly going to your best friend. Like, so he's got to find ways around all that. But again, as I said, like, we live in this era now where like, if you're not good in 2 years, it's draft the next person, put him on, like, unless you're in a great organization, then you can do this in 2 years. Cool. We're talking about an organization that in my lifetime has yet to produce a franchise quarterback. So it's hard for me just to always blame the quarterbacks. What about the systems? What about developing these guys the way Green Bay does? Talk about an organization that doesn't miss on quarterbacks. You go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers to now Jordan Love seamlessly, right? And the one common denominator, all 3 of them, they all sat, in the beginning for a year or two or even more, and then came in and were ready to go. So yes, I understand that's not the typical way to do things anymore, especially with the contracts and everything. But it's working for them, and it's worked for the last 2 decades. So
How was how was the Bears running game? Because I mean, I don't watch a lot of Bears football, but I mean, it seems like you got a young quarterback. You got to be able to run the ball. Can the Bears run the ball?
They can with Swift, but he looks like he tweaked his ankle, so I'm not sure whether he's playing this week or not. When they've done that, it's been success for them for the most part. But the other flip side of that, Dave, is even where they're bred him, huh?
Are we still RIP flip side? Are we still pouring one out?
RIP flip side. The other part of that is you could always rely on their defense to hold them down long enough, right? It's horrible this year. And when you let guys like Roquan Smith go to Baltimore for damn near nothing, when you let other guys go by the wayside, you've got Montez Sweat, who you paid a whole ton of money to do absolutely nothing. They don't look it either. So it's just a recipe for disaster right now. I don't expect much out of them this year. I expect them to be in the bottom 5, unfortunately, unless Ben Johnson can just somehow turn this around. But I don't blame him. Like, I think it's going to take some time for him to be able to get the players he needs there and all that. And I'm not sure whether Caleb will be around for that or not. Ben didn't draft him, right? So he doesn't have any loyalties to him per se. But hopefully it works out. But right now, it is what it is.
How do you feel about their schedule coming up?
Yeah, they play Dallas next. I don't know how that's going to go. And then again, like if you go, I think any team, if you go 0-3, it's a tall in that division, especially. You got Detroit, you got Green Bay. Like you might as well wrap it up, man. 0-3, 0-4, like it's a done deal. There's no coming back from that. So obviously Minnesota with JJ gone, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. That kind of gives them some, leeway not to be the worst team in the division. But you're not going to climb the Green Bays and Detroits of the world if you can't get some consistency on both sides of the ball. So right now, we'll see. Well, hopefully they look better this week against Dallas.
Yeah.
Did anybody catch any of the Niners game?
Yeah, a little bit. They, Mac Jones did what a backup quarterback's supposed to do. He played good enough. Good enough. He had a good game, but he didn't do anything to put him into harm's way. Defense played good, and again, I think they're going to be all right. But now, look, I am interested to see if Mac Jones does that again. If he does, then I think the Niners are going to be just fine until Purdy gets there. Yeah. But that defense is still good. Secondary is still a little bit shaky. I'd say that's where you'd have to attack that team because you're not just going to run the ball on them all day. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, Mac Jones won a good game.
They're 2-0. You're going to take that every day of the week, right? Like that's the name of the game. Win the game.
Mm-hmm.
So they right now they're in good shape. Like you said, he's just got to hold it down. I don't think anybody expects all-world Mac Jones. Just don't make all the craziness. Like if Shannon just can stop the big mistakes, then I think they'll be okay. And as long as I don't know the injuries too with them, it's just that's piled on for them too, right? So I think that's probably their biggest fear is having more guys get injured at this point. So they can just
we need to have TC call in. We had Mitch call in last week. I was like, TC, what's your thoughts?
I'm sure he'll have a trade for something somewhere. Who do you guys have in your power rankings? Do you have a top 5?
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's going to differ too much from what we heard, them guys talk about today. It's I'm trying to think like who, if anybody would have dropped out for me.
So go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
So for me, I have Bills at 1. Mm-hmm. I have Eagles at 2. I got to keep, as much as it hurts me to say that. But, defending champs haven't lost. I got the Packers at 3. They look really good. I don't trust the Chargers. I'm like Damian. I don't trust the Chargers long term. But for now, they look like world beaters. So I got to put them at 4. And I know I know the Bucks are 2-0 and the Ravens are 1-1. But the Ravens lost to the Bills, and it was an all-time game. So, and I know they gave up the game, but for 90% of the game, they were the best team on the field. So I know that they gave it up, but I'm gonna keep them at 5. But I have the Bucks right there, waiting on the doorsteps for someone because Baker got them boys playing. Boys playing. So they're right there.
See, I think the Chargers would be out for me, and not even being funny like, oh, I don't trust him, like Dilo says, and even though he's he really doesn't. I don't know. They played against the Raiders, but I don't think they particularly looked good in that game either. I think I'd have the Bucks and the Ravens over them right now. Now, if they keep winning, I mean, you got to move them up. But I have the Bucks and the Ravens ahead of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much different. I have the Eagles at 1, Bills at 2, Ravens at 3, Chargers at 4. I know I definitely underestimated them. Chargers at 4, and then got to keep the Chiefs at 5.
She has to have them in the top.
They dropped from 2. They were at 2. I got to keep them at 5. Next week, we'll see.
You didn't have Green Bay up there?
It was rough. It was like, I think
it's okay to be a homer. It's okay to be a homer. That's fine.
Okay. It is allowed.
Yeah, the Vikings and the Packers are right there. So 4, 5, 6, they're all right there.
I mean, I hear you, Drew. Drew says Raider fans hate the Chargers Classic, but it's not just the Raider fans. It's just in general. Every year they're lackadaisy and they do stupid stuff and find ways to lose. And I mean, hey, this might be Herbert's year where he did what Allen did, right? Like, remember Allen was losing even as good as he was. He was throwing those idiotic interceptions all the time and was keeping Buffalo average. And then 2 years ago, the light went on. And for the last 2 years, he stopped doing those stupid things. And maybe this is the year that Herbert stops doing those things and he shows, his full potential. If he does, they have a good chance of having a really, really good year and competing competing for a title.
Well, like you said, I mean, how many times are people going to pick the Chargers every single year and they do nothing? Yeah. I mean, they've been doing that since LaDainian Tomlinson was on the team. Oh, man, look at this offense. Oh, man, they got a good defense now, and the Chargers do nothing. So,
I'm with Ramsey too. I can't stand Green Bay either, bro. I gotta give the props where the props is due, as much as it hurts me to say it, and it hurts me every single year. But it's a class organization. They do things the right way, find ways to draft people. They find ways to trade for top players and, surround their quarterbacks with the right players so they can develop. Hey, I wish my organization worked as well as they did. That's all I could say. Hate them still, though, for life. For life. We did start seeing in the last couple of weeks, though, a rash of injuries of quarterbacks. Yeah. Quarterbacks have been going down. So Burrows is out for 3 months. J.J. McCarthy's out for 2 to 4 weeks. Justin Fields looks like it's just concussion protocol, so he's week to week. Purdy supposedly is week to week. We'll see how that is. And then Jaden Daniels tweaked his knee. He's day to day according to them, but I'm not sure yet too. I will say, I look for a pattern, and even though they're all different injuries, I would say the one pattern I noticed was these are guys that get hurt a lot or get hurt frequently somehow. Yeah. Like Burrow seems to be hurt every year the last couple of years. J.J. McCarthy's just in his second year, and he missed all of last year. He's already missing 2 to 4 weeks this year. Fields has got nicked up at times. Not too bad, though, but like I said, it's concussion. Brock, last couple of years, seems to get banged up a lot, and same with Jaden. He gets hurt too. So, it's kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think about? Do you think it's anything else?
Go ahead, Katrina.
It's just a rough sport. I don't know.
I remember my cousin, he always used to repeat. I can't remember who said it, like some sports writer or whatever. But he said, "Man, one of the best skills that quarterback could have is being able to get back up."
Yeah.
And some of these guys, and some of them are freak injuries. You could say that, but again, how long until it becomes a pattern? And sometimes when you get small injuries, let's say like a turf toe, or you have a nagging injury here or there, you start to overcompensate in other areas, and you get a major injury somewhere else. And Brock's a little bit different because he, his arm was a kind of a freak thing, but I think hasn't he had a couple of lower legs too, like just minor here and there. I don't know. I could be wrong.
So. Yeah.
So I was like, man, you definitely don't want to see this. Plus, man, I think we're all thinking it too. I know Jesse's thinking it. How long until Tua misses some time?
Yeah.
I hope not too. But I was like, man,
yeah.
He's one concussion away from retiring, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that was a year ago. We were talking about that. That was a major thing. So just a matter of time.
And who knows how that's even affected him? Like everyone talks about, like this year, he doesn't look the same, or he's missing guys and all that. Like how much of that is psychological? Like how much of that is? A lot of players, they won't tell you when something's wrong. They just want to be out there playing. They don't want to lose their jobs. So how cloudy, like how much is it affecting him in real time that nobody knows about? So like a lot of that stuff, you just don't know.
I'd like to see what his baseline test was. You know how they give everybody a baseline test, and then when you have concussions, I wonder if he's really, if that test really works. I wonder if he's, if he's right at that baseline still of that concussion test, or that mental test or whatever. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I wonder where
even when you get somebody like McCarthy, where, how much leeway are they going to get? Like if you're injured your whole first year, let's say he misses the maximum 4 weeks, comes back. If he gets hurt at all again, like at the end of the year, they got to start thinking about, we need someone to compete with him. We can't keep waiting. If you never play enough to become good, you're just not going to be good, right? No matter how much the potential is there. And then I really root for Justin Fields. I really, even as much as I don't like the Jets, like he looked so good that first week. Hopefully he comes back, sooner rather than later. I would really like to see him pan out, just so I could laugh at the Bears organization too. But for him, because he deserves it. I feel like he got a raw deal in Chicago in general. So we'll see about that. And then I root for Jaden Daniels too. Like I know he might play this week. They haven't said, but like if you look at their backups, right? And I want to see what you guys think. Who has the more? If all these players are out for long term, let's just imagine, which of these players do you see like teams holding up more? So with Burrows, Joe Browning is his backup. He'll be starting. With McCarthy, it's Carson Wentz. With Justin Fields, it's Tyron Taylor. Obviously, Brock Purdy is Mac Jones. And then Jaden Daniels' backup is Marcus Mariota. So if you had to pick one team that could stay afloat out of those, four game teams, who do you think would stay afloat the most? If they had to miss, all of them had to miss major time.
I'd have to say the Niners just because of the team. I don't think Brock's going to be – not Brock, but Mac Jones is going to ask to carry the team. I think he'll – as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, I think they'll be all right. He has too many good players on that team, whereas, some of those other teams, I think that quarterback's going to have to lead you to a win sometimes. And I'm not confident in any of those guys.
No.
Yeah. I do. I always was a fan of Marcus, though. Like, I always wanted Mariota to work out. I like him in general as a person and like how he played. But he was just one of those guys that's so erratic. He'll win you one game and look like the worst the next. I think the one that has the least amount of wiggle room is definitely Cincinnati, especially being like where they're at.
Yeah.
And Joe Brown, like I can't imagine that they're not out there looking for something too. So
he's out for 3 months.
Yeah, 3 months. I don't think they hold up at all. And I had them back in the playoffs this year with Burrows going, that's out the window as far as I'm concerned. But and if he could hold it, like more power to him. And I don't even think Joe Browning is like horrible. I just
say Browning can play.
Yeah.
Like,
he's shown that he can play, but he's also like he's not. I just don't know he can sustain that for 4 months. Like or 3 months. That's asking a lot. That's 8 games basically, unless they're biased somewhere in there. So 7 to 8 games. It's brutal. It's asking a lot. And these are 17-week seasons now too. So
yeah.
And I know that probably doesn't have anything to do with and I don't know if there's even statistics on that, but now that down the line, a couple of years from now, with these 17-week seasons, it doesn't seem like much if you look at it from overall perspective of 1 extra game a year. But who knows what that does to your body, man? Like, that's 1 more day of violence, basically, for you to go through. So, I wonder how much that takes a toll in the long-term careers, of some of these guys. So we'll see, but that's what we have. Football. So go to our ever-loving Kings. And I thought it was interesting that I saw.
What day are we on?
Huh?
What day are we on?
70 something. I don't know.
Oh, Kamingo.
Kamingo watch.
But we have got news. Like it definitely has been, stuff that's came out. I mean, 4 years, 25 million. Is that what it was with the team option?
Mm-hmm.
I think any
3, wasn't it?
Was it 3 years?
I think it was
3. You're right. 3 years, 75 million. Yeah, 3 years, 75 million, 25 mil a year, with it being a team option on the last year or the last 2 years, I think. But that was the part that I saw. As soon as I read through it and I saw team option, I'm like, I think I said it last week. I don't remember but he's not signing anything that has a team option on it. Mm-hmm. He's not going to let them hold leverage, and they know that. So I don't know what game they're playing. And even the agent came out and said, if you change that into a player option, we'll sign it now. Because they don't want it to be a player option, obviously. But here we go. We're in September. We're damn near, a couple of weeks away from training camp. And you still got to sign Horford. And you still have to sign, why do I always forget the other dude?
D'Anthony Milton.
Yeah, God damn it. I cannot remember that life name for Anthony Milton. And you know what I was thinking about today, and tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I think the saving grace for the Warriors on those 2 players right now is the apron. I think if the apron wasn't what it is right now, those 2 guys would have signed elsewhere because the money would have been different. You know how it was in the past. You know what I'm saying? And there would be more players getting contracts, right? But definitely they don't have anywhere else to go to get the contracts that they want at this point. It's either them or Brooklyn. And you see what Brooklyn's doing, right? Have you seen what they're doing?
Yeah, they're
what?
No. So they're signing guys to these and Secure probably could say it better than me because he always knows this stuff. But they're basically, if I read it right today, they're basically signing these guys to 10-day contract, non-guaranteed contract, and then they're cutting them because this is the only way they can get to the league average, because they have to spend a certain amount.
They're trying to get to the salary floor.
Okay.
So the way they're doing it, because they don't want to sign any more players, is they're just signing guys and then cutting them the same day.
Who would have thought?
Sign
Teams
me up.
going against the rules.
Which is crazy. That's crazy. It's genius. It's they're cheap genius, but it's genius. But if they're doing that, they're definitely, that's to say that they're not going to sit there and sign. They're the only other team with cap room right now that could sign a Horford or whatever. None of those guys want to go to there. So here you have these guys just waiting. I think there was even an article that came out that said as soon as they sign Horford, he's their starting center. That's already been told to him. Sign you, you're a starting center. But here's Kuminga, just I can't see the dude going back into that locker room and people not hating him. And I don't blame him, to be honest, but I can't see that not be the consensus among all the coaches, the players. The players can say all they want. We get it. We're players. We understand. I don't know. I don't think Steph does. I don't think Butler does. I think.
Yeah. Did Jimmy have something to say about it?
Yeah, I think they said he wanted clarification on where the direction of the Warriors was.
Seeking clarity.
Seeking clarity. So I think when you see stuff like that, though, I think that is Now the pressure's on the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like, Kuminga could do whatever the hell. Like, at this point, he's like, whatever, bro. Make it a player option. That's all you got to do is make it a player option, and we're in business. So,
although if the numbers are true, and I mean, I guess I'll take the other side of it. If I'm Kuminga, I mean, now I know you don't want that team option. You want to have your ability to have that no trade clause. But man, is he getting $25 million a season next year? Guaranteed.
no.
I'm kind of with, I can't remember if it's D'Lo or Casey saying that, or even if it was him, I don't think he's getting that contract next year. And if I'm him and if I'm his agent and the Warriors, I mean, no matter what, because NBA contracts are guaranteed, except for that team option. But if I'm getting $50 million for 2 years, I mean, man, I think I'm signing that if I'm him, if it comes down to it. I know you want to have your no trade clause, and I think if he signs that 3 year, then he still has his bird rights, right? So even if a team trades for him, since it's a 3 year contract, don't they still have his bird rights because he would have been able to play 2 years on another team? Like I don't know, man. I don't know that I play for that $7 million, knowing that in a sense he's not turning down just that 1 year salary. He's turning down, what is it, $43 million because the Warriors are offering 25 per. And then a team option in that 3rd year. I mean, I don't know, man. Is that'd be more money than he's made in his entire career.
Yeah,
that's tough to walk away from, man. Like, I don't know.
But here's the thing:
unless he wants out that bad and he just does not want the Warriors environment. Okay, fine, do what you got to do. But if it's just about money and opportunity, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm turning down that money.
And I think you just hit the nail on it. Is I don't think this isn't about the money anymore. I think it's two things. It's one, it's two things. So one, it's as people always yell about believing in yourself. You should believe in yourself. You should believe in your potential. You should believe in who you are. Well, obviously, whether it's right or wrong, right? As far as we won't know now. We'll know 3-4 years from now whether it's right or wrong. But whether it's right or wrong, this man absolutely believes he could be a star. It doesn't matter if the rest of the world doesn't, and it's just him, whether it's delusional or it's not. He believes on the right team, in the right environment, with the right opportunity, he can absolutely be a leader and a star, right? That's just established. The other part of that too is, I mean, I know it's difference of millions, but like what you do now for your guy, everybody's jobs, like if you worked in a hostile environment, in a miserable environment, in a place where you don't trust your boss or any of your bosses, I mean, what's it worth to you? How much is it worth for you to go to work every day? Like, what would it take for you to have to want to wake up every morning and go to that place? And I know us regular folks, you hear a lot of people be like, but it's millions of dollars. You could be in millions of dollars and make you happy. Like, cool. Like, we all say that because we don't have that, right? And we all don't live that lifestyle. He could still be a millionaire somewhere, and it might not be 25 million. Let's just say it's 10 million a year, right? Let's just say it's 10 million a year. You can live good. We all know you can live good for 10 million a year. Is it the same as 25? No. Is he going to have to shop at Food for Less with 10 million a year? No. Come on. Let's be realistic here. So knowing that those are like the parameters, like, and you could either be miserable, and who knows now if you sign it, what they do with you for the next 3 years. You could still be going from DMPs for 10 games to, you know what I'm saying? So like, how much is worth your peace of mind too? Like, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong. I'm just saying, like, people always like to use money as the only reason somebody should sign, or the only reason that he's an idiot or this and that. It's like, I think it's more than that. I think peace of mind means a lot to people when you're living in a different world like that, where it's like, but again, it might be delusional. You know, I saw Zebra just put like, what 22-year-old isn't delusional? I wish every player in the league walked into their situation thinking they were going to be, because a lot of them would probably, I wish Keegan thought he was a superstar 90% of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish he had that look, because it seems to me like he doesn't feel like that sometimes. Like, and maybe he would reach his full potential. That's nothing against Keegan. I'm just saying, like, we act like, you know, having faith in ourselves or thinking the most out of ourselves is a bad thing. Like everybody should think like that. I get it; it can be detrimental at times, but I don't think that's necessarily the worst attitude to have. Like, and what has Golden State done to make him want to trust them? Like, Steve Kerr.
I sure wish part of our crew was a Warriors fan.
I know. What if we had a Warriors person on this panel that could give us their perspective?
Yeah. I think I hear someone. I think I hear someone out in Tracy.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
Drew's busy arguing with himself over imagined slights that people are taking shots at that. Arguing with himself right now because
he's yelling.
I don't know.
I can hear him.
Oh yeah.
But I'm teasing Drew. I know you're a big Kuminga fan there, but
get Drew on the show.
There's
there's an idea.
What'd you say?
No, Polo L in the chat said get Drew on the show.
We try, man. We try.
That's why
He's
we're
always
on
welcome.
Wednesdays, sir.
Yeah. Yes, he is the reason we are on Wednesdays to begin with. Yep. So
it ran into his bowling nights.
Oh, but yeah, like so I get both sides. Like I think you're absolutely valid, David. Everything you said, I don't argue with that point of view. I just think it could be both. At the end of the day, it's just a little bit of both. And it's obviously a toxic situation in general, but
I wonder, I do wonder because I've said it on here before. I honestly never thought that him going to the Kings was realistic. Like I just didn't. I don't even know if they've offered a first round pick like everyone's saying. Like I'd be surprised if the Kings even offered that. That being said, like I still wonder what the Warriors want. Do they want Kuminga or do they want to get something for him? And I mean that's just what it comes down to. What do they want? And nobody knows right now.
Yeah.
It seemed, and rightly so. So I don't blame the Warriors because everyone who's been talking about how, the Warriors are doing them dirty. The Warriors are going to do what's best for the Warriors. And the Warriors are not going to let him have some player option that, they're not going to be able to trade. So, of course, they're going to, say, no, we want a team option. We want this. We want that. I mean, they're not going to do what's in the best interest of another team. So I don't really blame the Warriors either because I think that they've been getting kind of, I think it's been more negative towards them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the only question I would ask is what do you want then? What do you want?
I know, and I know again, like I still go back to I think there's a lot more pressure on them than there is on him. And the closer you get to training day, and
I see you, Kyle.
But yeah, I don't know, man. But it doesn't it's a stalemate for sure. And I wonder if down the line we're gonna hear whatever direction it goes. I imagine this is just I don't know this for a fact. I believe there's inner turmoil in the organization right now too, because I think it's Lecoq that really wants to keep him. He's always loved him, and I bet you that the coaching staff is like, just fucking get this dude off my team already. And I think they're doing a good job of nothing leaking out on that end of that story. But I imagine there'll be a story that comes out at some point where there was some inner turmoil in the organization of who wanted to keep him and who wanted just to go ahead and make that trade. And like I said, with the $75 million, and they said it today on the show, I don't think the Kings are signing him to that. I think that's too rich for their blood. So he's definitely not getting that from here. I think it was closer to what they said before. Maybe what did they say? Like maybe 20 a year or 18 to 20 or something like that. I think they were close to that.
If McVesty was still here, it would have been done.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Probably.
He would have given him 6 first round picks.
Gave him every pick swap they asked for, plus
none protected. Nothing protected
He'd be the
whatsoever.
new pizza guy, everything.
Everything. He probably would have gave them steak in the Kings. Like, just here we go, bro. No one needs to know. Here's some trees to plant. All that good stuff, man.
Yep.
No show deals.
Sable.
Let's not go there. I'm getting fired up.
So yeah, and well, at least your boy's still here, Katrina. I mean, Monk's still here, so
Hell yeah,
as much
he
as
is.
for now, anyway.
For now, I'll
Anyway.
take it. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
And we also saw, sliding over to a little bit more closer home with the Kings than Kaminga is we saw Dennis Schroder win the Euro Championships and played hella well too. He really guided that team and he played above and beyond what I've seen that out of him over the years. Like I have seen years of where he is so good.
Yeah.
He obviously had a couple of years where he kind of dipped a little bit. He had one really bad year. But other than that, like he's consistently been a pretty good player in the NBA. So I'm not surprised by anything I saw overseas. But I do think like in a lot of the Euro stuff, like I think a lot of people get overly excited and think that translates directly into the NBA, and it absolutely does not.
No.
Right? Not to say that you can't be good there and not be good here too, but it's a totally different game. It's a totally different ref game. It's a totally different level of competition, no matter what anybody wants to tell you how close all the countries are. Like it's not. It really isn't. So
the summer of Sasha a couple years ago.
The summer of Sasha.
Every day. Sasha this, Sasha that. How did that turn out?
Can't remember who it was in the chat was talking about, Kings fans need to apologize for, doubting Dennis Schroder. I was like, oh, what are you talking about? He's had 10 years in the NBA to show us who the hell he is. He's a good player, but just because he's doing good in the Euro League doesn't mean he's going to, again, I mean, this is where I agree with James Ham. I'm like, anyone thinking this guy's just going to come in and make all the difference in the world because they got a true point guard, you're delusional.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Zabo, it was RP. Apologize for doubting Dennis Schroder. Man, get out of here. Like we were getting Russ Westbrook in his prime or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think that's still happening?
What?
Westbrook?
I do, because I think it's either here or he retires. It doesn't seem like he has much options. So I mean,
right.
To me, he's in the same boat as Horford and Melton. It's like until everything gets moved around, like he's just stuck in limbo. And his personality, I just wouldn't be surprised if he's like, F it. Like I can see, he's the type of guy I can see like just not say anything and just kind of go off into the wind, like, and not say a thing until he
like
feels
it never
like
happened.
Or wait till like I could see him also just rest and wait till like middle of the year and maybe hop on with somebody if somebody gets hurt or something.
Yeah,
that they need somebody. Like I don't think he's in a hurry.
Why do you guys think like it's taken so long, or that nobody wants to sign him though? Like, am I missing something here? Like, when did Russell Westbrook become a scrub?
No, I don't think it's that no one wants to sign him. I think it's more so he only wants to sign with a couple teams because he wants to stay in California.
Yeah, he wants to stay in California now. I just didn't understand. Like I thought he made such a big difference in Denver. Like when they finally used him the right way, like he dramatically changed the way that bench worked and everything. And I thought so, but I feel like he's always been. I don't know if it's like misunderstood or like I get it. He's not the greatest shooter in the world. We know this, right? Like, but I feel like all the other things he does so well, and he's still hella fast and hella athletic, and can still, again, like so, like still make a difference. He's not the old triple-double every game Russell Westbrook, but he can run that second unit as well as you know what? I saw him run the second unit last year the way I need to see Monk run the second unit, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, and Monk, I'm not going to talk bad about your boy, but he's just as inconsistent shooting sometimes.
Keep it real.
He does do the things that they are very similar in a lot of ways of what they bring to the game. And so I don't get it. But if it is like you said, like if it is just basically California teams, because I think I heard that Detroit went after him and asked for him, and he was like he didn't want to go that far to the Midwest.
Yeah.
So
I think it's the same situation with Chris Paul because now he's back with the Clippers and home
he had said the
is
same
LA.
thing.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like you got family. Like same thing with Dame. Even though he's hurt, it's like I don't want to have to move and see my kids far away. Like I'm gonna go back to Portland. Almost, it's home. My kids are there. I can rehab there, and when I'm ready to go, they can come see me play. And I think he knows he's in the twilights of somewhat his years are too, and wants to play in front of family. And man, you got to respect that, man. Like I can't even like knock any of that at all, you know. So I hope I want to see Russ. I love Russ. I always have loved Russ. Yeah, he can be frustrating to watch sometimes, but he brings so many good things to the game. And as much as a knock gets put on him all the time, like he takes it, to the cheek and just keeps playing. So, yeah, we'll see. But like you said, David, about Dennis, yeah, I hope he comes here and he stabilizes some of the point guard issues. But there's still so many other things that have to go right, no matter how well he plays, for this team to be successful. And I'm not sure he's enough of that. Like, I don't know. Hopefully he is, but I'm hoping he can hit the three. I feel like anytime anybody comes here, even the little bit of a three they could hit seems to disappear. So
just can't shoot no more.
No. It seems to be the curse.
That's kind of I said that's the one drawback that I have with Russ is like, man, he's not going to help our shooting woes out. He's not just going to be bombing threes. So
yeah. And yeah, like I said, still the same problems. They still can't space. They still don't have enough 3-point shoot, like they was reiterated today, and it's been beaten like a dead horse. And I shouldn't be beating any animals, but saying goes, beating like a dead horse. And we're going to be talking about this for weeks on ends and months on ends unless this team jumps out to like this great start and shoots like they did in the Beam Team year, which I don't think anybody, unless you're delusional, expects. You're always going to get the couple people that are always like, I told you, apologize to the Kings. I told you they were going to be okay. Like, shut up. You just said it just to say it so that if you were right, you could just claim it as if you really believed it. Shut up. Give me a break. Anybody's interested, Golden State is up 63-56 with 7.5 minutes to go in the game. So
Minnesota's
tightened up a little bit.
Right
yeah, it's tightened up a little bit. So, but they're still in the lead.
Crazy. Did you hear that it's at SAP Center in San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Is it really?
Yeah, they already booked. They already booked the Space Center, and I'm like, come on, like have faith in your team. Like,
I mean, it was a rookie. Like, what rookie team goes into the playoffs? Like, that's a lot to ask out of any team. Although I get what you're saying, but that's so like unusual. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in saying that real quick, so the Phoenix and Liberty are tied 1-1. Dream and Fever are tied 1-1. Vegas finally lost a game last night to the Storm. They're 1-1. And then this game is Minnesota's up 1-0. So all of them are, shaping up to be good series. Is it 5 or is it 3-game series? Did they finally change it to 5?
They're 3 in the first round, I think.
Yeah.
It changes next year, right? Did they announce that yet or no?
I thought it was supposed to.
For the second round.
3 is so bad.
I know.
3 is so horrible. Like, you can win by luck. Like, honestly, you can win a series by luck. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm like dude in belly with the banana in it. Don't like that.
No, it's too much of a toss-up if the teams are close.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. And it's just not enough. Like, you don't even get to build the momentum of the series at all. Like, there's none. Like, it's just over. Like, all right, next series. Yeah, no, I'm not good with that at all. But anyway, so
cats scrapping in my backyard.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it somewhere. So as much as we say, with Dennis to the Worlds, but do we think that is it good for a confidence booster? Do you think it helps him getting it, warm up for the year? I mean, obviously he's basically going to be playing. Hopefully he doesn't get beat down because of it playing in the Euros, but and hopefully he's taking a little bit of vacation right now and chilling out. But I do like that part of it. I do think as a player psychologically, there's a confidence booster in that. He plays so well, and hopefully that translates. And I think also because he led that team, it basically was his team. Maybe a little bit more of that vocal leader, that being the main dude, because we need a dog. We know that, right? Sabonis doesn't really speak up that much. Levine doesn't really. DeRozan has here and there, but like, I'm hoping that this does create like more of a dog in Dennis, and he's been vocal. I've seen him be vocal in the past on other teams, but even more so, right? Because this is basically his team at this point as far as being the point guard. So where he goes, we go. It really does. I know we got these other world players, but he's gonna have the ball in his hand a lot more than anybody else. So it's I'm hoping that this brings out the dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
I just do wonder how they are all going to play together. I mean, they're going to have a whole. I mean, I don't think the roster is going to change all that much. I mean, even whatever happens with. I never thought Kuminga was real in the first place, but let's say they totally move on. I don't think there's any significant moves down the road. So this is what the roster they're going into the season with. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they were better than last year. I don't think they're going to be a lot better. Instead of winning 40 games, I could see them winning 42 or 44 or something like that. But I think they're going to be up and down again. So. I mean, this is another season where nobody knows what you're going to get.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
It's one of those, you're not bad enough to get the number one pick, and you're not good enough to be a contender, which is the worst. It really is. It's a no man's land. Like, get another number 12 pick. Like, cool. You're not in the lottery, right outside of it, or barely in the lottery. Like, still, we're like, just. I'll never be the fan that wants my team to be so bad that they get the number one pick. If it happens to be that, so be it. I don't want my team. I'll never root for my team to be that team. Mm-hmm. But I also hate mediocrity. And sorry.
Wings down by 3.
Oh yeah. They made a run.
Yeah.
That's better.
Nafisa
gonna let that team just go away. Yeah, for sure.
Hell no.
That's a
19 points.
Yeah, she's heating up.
And I guess we're back to being on different time zones again.
Yeah.
I still got Golden State up by 5, and it's not the case anymore.
That's that Napa time.
It must be.
So I told you my girl's heading out that way tomorrow. She's got.
Shit.
Yeah, she goes out. She's got does visits out there to residences and stuff. So
okay.
But yeah, so yeah, like I said, like it just sucks when you're in that middle because it's like you said, David put it perfectly. It's no man's land. You're gonna have games where you're cheering the team on and you're cursing them out. Other games, it just sucks. That's that roller coaster. Roller coaster. Ooh, that was a move. Yeah.
Oh, now they're up by 8.
Yeah.
Valkyries.
Yeah, that's what you say. Sure.
That's what my
You got the best time. Obviously, out of us 3, you are in the future. I am semi, and then I think me and David might be on the same time zone.
It's so funny. Since I moved, I have like shit internet. I had to upgrade it to try a couple different companies to try to find the best one. At the old house, I had like fiber internet, and I was freezing all over the place. So
Comcast is supposed to be the best, and I got the highest, whatever, fastest Comcast, and I swear I'm always behind.
You're on Napa, bro. That's not what it is. It depends on. I think it just depends on what channel are you watching? Like, what's the service you're watching it on? Not service, but like. What channel is like? What is that Bay Area or is that?
No, it's on ESPN.
Okay.
So.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you watch the fight at all this weekend? I know David did.
I did.
Katrina too? Cool.
I was like, who am I? I tapped in. I was locked in. Yeah. The second Max said, you got to bring ass to get ass. I jumped in the Discord. I was like, okay.
Sometimes when you go someplace, you might as well just bring the ass yourself.
It's from James Toney. James Lights Out Tony said that. If you want ass, you gotta bring ass.
That'd be it. It's true sometimes. It is true. It is true.
It was a good fight. I'm not really locked into boxing, but I will watch fight here and there, and it was a good fight.
I think it was one of those fights that even if you weren't, I think the fighters were, especially with Canelo, and he's up there now.
Yeah.
I don't know how many fights he has left. And he's definitely slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
I think everybody, even if you were a casual boxing fan, you have heard of Bud. His reputation precedes itself. And he was one of the few, I think him and David, who else was Canelo ducking?
David Benavidez?
Him and Benavidez, I think, were the two guys that if you watch boxing, you're like, those guys can give him work. Like, I don't know what the outcome's going to be, but if there's two guys that were going to give him problems, it was those two. I'm
always the opposite with that. Like, I don't blame Canelo for not fighting Benavidez, and I mean, you can call him scared, you ducking him or whatever, but you're talking about a dude who's about 5 inches taller than him, probably outweighs him by about 20 to 30 pounds on fight night, probably even more than that.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, come on, if we're gonna blame Canelo for not fighting David Benavidez, then you have to blame Floyd for not fighting whoever Roy Jones Jr. Or something like what I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
David Benavidez is huge, compared to Canelo Alvarez. So I mean, I don't blame him for not taking that fight. Like I said, I mean, it's something I'd probably argue with Kenny for. Floyd Mayweather, he didn't duck anybody, but he was very strategic in who he picked to fight. You were never going to see Floyd Mayweather fight a guy like Paul Williams, rest in peace. But that dude was 6'1", had a stiff jab, and didn't care what he looked like. Floyd Mayweather was never going to fight a Vernon Forrest, a guy who's a legit 6 foot, 5'11", 6 foot, and he would jab, grab right, and he would not care if he looked bad. Later on in his career, he tried to be a knockout puncher and took some losses, but there was a real like a style that Floyd wouldn't fight, and it's the same thing with Canelo. Why is he going to get into the ring with somebody that's twice his size? Because everybody else wants him to fight.
Right. And I agree. I as a fan, I just wanted to see it, right? Like, that's just how it really was. And I didn't really think there was any, like, to me, those were the last two fights. Like, I wasn't interested in seeing Canelo. Who did Canelo fight the last fight? I don't even.
Dang, I'm drawing a blank. Michigan, exactly. Who'd Canelo fight last?
I was not interested in that fight at all.
Not at all.
Whoever that was. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the only two that I would have paid to see was either Bud or Benavidez. That's it. Like, that's the only two I was willing to like be like all in on, right? And with Bud, like, I had a feeling it was going to be Bud. I don't agree with Ramsey with him saying the reason their watch was Bud. Like, I'm not saying he wasn't part of the reason, but let's be clear who it's Canelo. It's September 6th. It's Mexican Independence Weekend. It's always Canelo. But yes, Bud is the star in his own right, and he proved that. And dominant. I didn't have it as close as I saw some of these other guys have it. I think even after like the first couple of rounds, like, they had a ridiculous score up, and I was like, Canelo's up what? Because I think they had it like Canelo 4 rounds of 0 or something like that when they were showing it on the screen. I'm like, we're watching the same fight? Like, okay. But clearly, he was frustrating the hell out of Canelo. There was a point, and you can tell me if I'm wrong about the round, David. I think it was either the 8th or 9th, where Bud got a good shot in, and you just see Canelo turn and pout. Like, he just basically pouted, stomped his foot to the ground, and was like, no. That's what it sounded like when you tell your kid to do something. No.
I think it was the one Kenny was talking about when he was coming in and Crawford jabbed him, and he just stopped him in his tracks. Like, it didn't hurt him or anything like that, but he was just like, oh, hell.
I can't do anything.
What do I do?
Yeah.
And right there is when I was like,
Crawford with that smirk. Did you catch that? He had the Kendrick halftime Super Bowl smirk.
That was for me. That was the moment where I was like, "This fight's over." Like, anything that any thought that I had that Canelo, because I still, you could be up. We've seen Roy Jones Jr. lose a fight in the last 2 seconds of a fight. Like, it happens. But I thought that was the moment where it was like, yeah, it's a wrap, man. Like, he's got him so frustrated right now. And he can't, and he knows he can't do anything about it. And it just culminated to that little half-second temper tantrum. And then Bud coming out to Desperado, chef's kiss, man. I don't think like, even I was watching that first, and I was like, so I see him come out. I'm like, do they get the right fighter? And then I see him walking. I'm like, I see the suitcase, and I'm like, is he gonna do a song for us? Is he debuting an album? What are we doing here?
Right.
And then I caught on to it, and I was like, okay, all right. It's like that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
I thought him walking out with M was dope, but trolling Canelo like that was a good move.
Yeah, if you could have got Selma to walk with him, that would have been, I'd have been done at that point, right? That'd have been insane. But she would have never done that to her people like that. She wouldn't have walked out with that. She would have got so much hate. Could you imagine the hate she would have got from the other side? Like, couldn't be good. But it was dope, and it was one of those where you enjoyed the fight. It was on Netflix, so it was free, right? Because I didn't even realize that till the last day. So, but even if I paid for it, it would have been one of those things where it's like, all right, man, it was worth its weight in gold. And then even the Vargas fight before it, like night and day, you could tell who the veteran was and who the kid was, and he was just outmatched and out. You know, it's a learning experience for him. The skills are there.
It is like being like a huge. I didn't mean to cut you off, Manny, but
no, go ahead.
No, it's like being, I'm a huge boxing fan. So I mean, Fernando Vargas, when he was young, I mean, he was one of my favorite fighters, and I mean, I would have just hoped that he learned his lesson, because Vargas was one of those guys who got brought along way too fast. He was 21 years old, and he fought Ike Corte, Oscar De La Hoya, and Felix Trinidad in back-to-back fights, and just got ruined. It ruined him. And he was in all those fights. I mean, he was given as good as he got, but he was just too young and too overmatched. And now I don't know how old his son. I think his son is a little bit late bloomer, but you could tell he wasn't ready for that fight. Yeah,
and I think like 26, 27.
He wasn't going to get beat up in that fight. So I mean, he's protecting him that way. But like that, he could just tell. Like, I mean, the other fighter just outclassed him. Who was the Irishman? I forgot his name now.
I forgot it too. I know what you're saying, but yeah.
I mean, you could just tell he was totally outclassed in that fight, and I mean, it's like you said, it's a learning experience. He didn't get beat up, so I think he does have talent, but he wasn't. David Reed, he's another guy that got brought along way too fast. Fought Felix Trinidad right after winning the gold medal in the Olympics. I think he had maybe 12 or 13 fights. Michigan got thrown in there with Felix Trinidad, and Trinidad he was winning that fight too, and then Trinidad caught him. But I don't know. I just like to see guys brought along. I mean, I don't want them brought along slow, like a lot of these fighters only fight once a year. But
yeah.
So he didn't get beat up though. I mean, you could tell the talent's there, but he was outclassed.
I felt that way about. And I'm not saying this as if he would have beat him even if he was ready for him. But like when Canelo fought Mayweather, I remember going into that fight and saying he's not even ready for this fight. Like, he's not at that point in his career where he should be fighting somebody of Mayweather's caliber.
He's 23 years old.
And you could see it in the fight. Like, you could see the skills that were there, but it was so raw. Like, I would have loved to have seen them fight like more even, like where Canelo was a little bit more prime. And obviously that's hard to do, right? Somebody's in the prime, somebody's not. You become your prime, they're on the down, whatever. Like, it's hard to meet in the middle and find that perfect match, you know what I'm saying? But I would have loved to have seen Canelo maybe 2-3 years later fight Mayweather instead of it being. But kudos to Canelo. He always took fights, didn't care, wanted to be tested, and he still came out of it. It helped him grow as a fighter, and obviously became who he was. So it wasn't a detriment to him in the long run. But yeah, like, there's just certain fights you see and you right away know, like, I hope he can do this. I want him to do it because I'm a fan. I just don't think he's ready. And I always felt that way at the beginning of that fight, like watching Vargas, like, yeah, he's not ready for this, bro. But if he can hold his own, that in itself is a victory. It might not feel like it the next day, but it is a victory.
Yeah. There's something to be said too about being willing to accept those fights. Like, that's why, I think I differ with Kenny and some of the people who are big Tank Davis fans. Like, man, that dude never fought anybody. I mean, he's had maybe a couple of good fights, but he's had some good wins, but he fights once every year and a half. And a lot of these guys do the same thing. I'm not just talking about him. The Charlos did that for a long time. Haney, who was I'm thinking of another fighter now, but anyway, like, these guys wait so long, and people lose interest. They take a surprising loss because they're not active. They're rusty when they get in there, and they don't have any. They don't have many rounds under their belts anymore. So I don't know. I just hopefully like some of these the events. I forgot the guy's name. What's the guy's name who's been putting on all these fights? The Saudi guy. I forgot his name.
Arab? Yeah. I couldn't tell you his name.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is, but hopefully, I mean, I don't care who does it, but hopefully he gets these guys to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, Canelo lost, but Canelo did accept the fight against one of the best fighters in the world. And, they put on a great show.
And I'm be honest, like, again, like for me, that means sometimes a little bit more, especially at his age. Like, he really, I don't even know, like, I think if you're Canelo, like, you're done, bro. Like, there's nowhere, I mean, unless you just don't want to leave on a loss, like, there's no one else for you to fight, really, that's significant. You could go fight somebody else, but there's nobody out there. Everybody's going to be like, oh, he's back. You know what I'm saying? Or not to say he left, but, like, there's unless you're going to do Bud too, like, that's the only thing I can see is if you want to do, and I'm sure people would pay to see that.
Yeah.
For sure.
He's gonna fight one of the Paul brothers.
Oh, well. For money, that's the only reason. Like, it's sure, definitely not because they're good.
Because Max asked him, right? Like, are you going to fight again? Was this your last fight? And he kind of ducked it, right? Like,
he's not
going to say one way or another.
A lot of times it's a trick question, right? Because depending on whether you're won or lost, like, nobody that loses ever wants to talk about, especially that far into the career, wants to talk about the next fight. Like, they're just trying to, like, it takes so much of what they do on a daily basis of training to get to where they got to that fight. And then to lose, like, nobody's trying to talk. Nobody's thinking about the next fight at that point unless you're winning. So, and even with Bud, like, Bud is right now, like, he probably will because he's going to get as much money as he wants now.
Yeah.
So he's probably looking for some big paydays. But in the grand scheme of things, like, there's nowhere else for him to go. He just beat what is considered pound for pound the best fighter in the world. Like, anything else at this point is a letdown, to be honest.
Right.
Unless
he gets that bag, because isn't that right? Yeah, didn't Canelo get paid twice as much?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Rightfully so. And rightfully so, to be honest.
Yeah. So hopefully he does fight again and gets the bag for that one. And then.
Yeah, but Ramsey, you say he doesn't need to fight again. No fighter ever needs to fight again, but they end up fighting till they're like 60 years old because they can't get it out of their blood.
Yeah.
Tyson does not need to fight again, no matter what it is. And he's gone broke 2 or 3 times. He's still a goddamn millionaire. But he likes that's who they are.
I don't need to see him in the locker room before. It goes back
to the Rocky movies. Like, I know Rocky movies are cheesy, but I remember there's a scene where it's like him and Adrian, arguing about why is he fighting again. That's all they know. It's what they don't know what to do with themselves other than to get violent. I don't want to see them violent in the streets, so I'd rather they be in the ring. But bottom line is that's all they know, man. And like Mr. said, he got 50, Bud got 50, Canelo got like 150. I imagine if they fought again, it would be a lot closer to even money, or at least Bud's probably getting. I still think Canelo's still a name though, so Canelo's not going to back down and be like, "You get double." Yeah, like he's still a star.
That's kind of was pissing me off. I remember I commented in the Discord. I was like, no, Max Kellerman was doing his Jim Gray impression. He's kind of pissing me off. He's like, he's telling, oh, well, Canelo, you're not the same Canelo anymore. You're not, we're not getting this Canelo. Are you still going to be able to, fight? I was like, dude, what did he want Canelo to say? You know what, Max? I'm shit now. I'm washed. If garbage. I fight next time, I'm not going to be good at all. It's like, man,
even to Bud, like, what did he tell Bud?
He gets on my nerves sometimes.
What did he tell Bud? He was like, he said the stupidest thing. Like, you can think some things and you don't need to say it out loud. Like, well, Bud, if you lost, people would have said, you were, I forgot what it was. Bud just kind of looked at him like, I'm going to punch you, bro. But it's like, yeah, Bud is fine. He was fine either way. Like, what, is he all of a sudden shit because he lost one fight to, again, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the history of the game? Like, give me a break. But kudos to Bud, man. He proved that he's game and that he put on a clinic too. Like, he did his thing. So it was What's the score?
Links up by 3. Links up by 3 with 29.5 seconds.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
that's brutal because Valkyrie had this game. And if that's it, right? Like it's 2-0.
Yeah, best of 3.
I hate that, man. That's just so bad.
Can we root for the Valkyries for a couple minutes?
In San Jose?
Right? That's
bad
what it
too.
did. People are going to say that. Valkyries fans are going to say that. They lost because they weren't at home. A real home.
Look at it. Outscored Golden State 26-9 in the fourth quarter. That's brutal. But that's a veteran. Again, that's veterans, man. That's they've been through the mud. So that's what veteran teams do. They take the waves and then they push back. And
in game 1, Nafisa wasn't really playing that great. Like the rest of the team was playing really well, but tonight
she put them on the back.
Yep, 24 points, 7 rebounds. Yep.
25.6 seconds. Oh, see, you're ahead, but
3. They're up by 1. 75, 74, 3.4 seconds.
Oh, I got 28 seconds. So, okay. Jesus, that's what I got. I don't know what to tell you.
Wait,
David, what do you got?
4 seconds?
Yeah, I got 28.
3.4.
Damn.
So,
what do you got?
I got 26 seconds.
See?
Until a halftime. Just like you, Manny.
Come on, pre-show.
The game's over already. Is ready. Moving on.
It's the starting lineups. Here come the starting lineups.
Oh, my God. Yeah, last week when I was putting together the highlight video, I went down a rabbit hole of our BHH episode.
That's good.
Yeah, I put together like a little video. If we ever have an extra 10, 15 minutes, it's hilarious.
So I'm going to plug a couple of things real quick before I forget. Again, Kyron is at CrackerCon this Sunday. I'm going to take my daughter. We're going to go. I think we're going as a family. It's from 10 to 4. I think I'm going to even sign her up. They have like workshops where they teach you how to draw.
That's cool.
There are a couple artists, so I'm going to sign her up for that.
Huh? Can I sign up?
Yeah.
Can I take a drawing class?
So. Yeah, go for it.
I need to brush up on my.
Yeah. So don't forget CrackerCon, 10 to 4 or 10 to 4. I think Kyron, he's in the chat. He can correct me if I'm wrong. So go check it out.
Link. He has the link. He could.
That's true. Yeah, he could share the link if he was smart. Also, I did not bring this up on the screen because I didn't have time to download it. Coach Molly is hosting a volleyball tournament out at Folsom. Where she is? She's at Folsom.
Folsom Lake College?
Yes. So I will be putting some stuff up online. I think they're doing like donations and stuff for it and to show support. And so there's that. She will be on the show on, I believe we said the 8th. I think it's October 8th show. She'll come on and she'll talk to us a little bit about everything. And we'll talk a little Cubs in the playoffs too. But Coach Molly's a big Chicago fan, so we'll catch up on that.
They locked that in today, right?
Yeah.
The playoff spot? Yeah.
Yeah, they locked it in today, yeah. So we'll see how good they do.
Maybe I'll break out my Cubs hat.
Yeah. It's better than the other one you got, so.
Yeah.
I don't know why you haven't returned it yet, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm keeping that.
I'm not commenting about anything else in the world because it seems like a lot of shows are getting canceled nowadays if you start talking about the wrong thing. So we ain't doing that. No other. We might end up getting a late night show the way things are going. We might have to replace the other shows.
They seem to be send in some clips.
Jesus Christ, man! They're leaving left and right as we speak. But yeah, so I will next week. I'll post some stuff in X and Instagram. We're going to Coach Smiley stuff, and she'll come out and talk about what she has going on. And then again, CrackerCon on Sunday. I'll be there. I think Tasha's going to try to make it out there.
I have a date with Chris Brown on Saturday night. I'm going to Vegas for a quick 24-hour turnaround. And then I'm literally going to get off the plane and go to Crocker.
There you go. See, that's dedication right there.
Yep.
That's dedication. So we'll link up and figure that all out. So if you guys get a chance Sunday, go take the family, go check out CrackerCon. I'm looking forward to see. I heard there's people to dress up. I always enjoy watching people be creative. And I like Cracker Museum anyway. It's cool. It's a dope.
And I got to order some stuff from Kyron. You know, I haven't did it yet, but I gotta show some.
He's got some good stuff. He'll sign it for you.
Yeah.
Sign it for you. So
autographed copy. Did you get to the end of the game? Links one by one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame. But veteran team, so I can't. Valkyries had a hell of a season. They got nothing to hang their heads about.
Their coach.
The coach is phenomenal. They've got a bright future. Yeah, I'm proud of them. As much as I don't like their colors, but
did they do any postseason awards yet?
I think they did some AP stuff. I don't think the league itself really.
You got to get some consideration, right?
You would think.
I mean,
they announced some coaching thing today, but I don't know if that was the official. Yeah.
Man, so. I gotta say too. I mean, does Becky Hammond get any votes?
So she got 2 votes today in whichever one was done today. Again, I don't know if that was the AP.
Man, that was Coach of the Year stuff right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that team was dead in the water. That team was dead in the water 18 games ago, and they went on a 17-game winning streak. That's insane.
Losing by 50 whatever points. Yeah.
And it wasn't just AJ for sure, but AJ put them on her back too. And and Jackie came around and players started playing. And, again, it was a lot of new players and things had to gel for a while. And kudos to Becky for staying on them and getting them. And man, they just kind of clicked, and they're as good as anybody else right now. As good as anybody else right now. So
game 3 is in Vegas on Sunday. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but it's at noon. I don't know.
They must really hate their players. You're going to put it at noon against the NFL. Right.
That's the one thing. They need to do that. You're never going to win that battle ever. Like it could be the worst NFL game. People will go watch a football game. It just is what it is. It's Americano. It just is what it is. Right. They need to figure either.
I'm going to be in Vegas. I'm trying to stick around, but I got to get back.
Man, that's crazy.
So they better win because I need to go see them in round 2.
There you go. And as usual, we made a great show out of this. So we got it done again.
I don't know how we do it, but we do it.
We say it every week. We say it every week. It's hey, we're like the Aces, man. The chemistry's there. We make it work. We're 17-0, all that good stuff. Just make it happen. Yeah. You just make it happen. So
we're like 50-something and 0.
Well, that too, yeah. There you go. Man. So hopefully, I don't know. Maybe we'll have more coming in next week. Who the hell knows anymore? So I would like to see that done, just for the sake of everybody involved. Like, I don't think anybody needs to see this stretch out more than it already has. Just whatever he's going to sign. Whatever he's going to do. Yeah. Whatever other players are going, wherever they're going, let it be for the sake of everybody. Just let it be, man.
Yep. I've been done with it for a long time. I said the best thing is that drop. Kaminga walk. Yeah. That's the only thing. Shout out Kyle. Not Renata.
No, never, ever. All right. Well, we'll catch y'all next week. Don't forget again, CrackerCon Sunday. Yep. We'll see you up there. Katrina will have plenty of videos online of Chris Brown. Are you doing a photo shoot?
Oh, I'm going to start a GoFundMe because
how much is that?
I think it's like $1,000.
Jesus Christ.
The flights and the concert tickets, that alone, I'm like, I don't know. Love Chris Brown, but
for $1,000, my girl wants to do. You gotta go ahead, do what you got to do with him.
I don't love anybody that much.
No. I'm like, make me go viral. I'll get up there.
Who knows what Michigan would do for $1,000 with Chris Brown? But anyway, all right. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Chatty House. We ballin', boy. We going up at the Chatty House. We talk about it all, bring the family out. Sub to the channel, hit the lights now. And we only going up when the lights down. Yeah, we just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty House party. We just getting started. Ain't no party like a Chatty